and tummy in. Up and over. We have a heavier weight workout today. If you have heavier weights, I'm using 10s and 15s. If you don't, that's okay. You can do this workout, reach across. But we are doing something called unilateral moves, which means moving one side of the body isolated at a time. Knees up and twist. So each circuit will begin with bilateral, one move, that really warms up the muscles that are going to be used in that circuit. And then we move into 4 unilateral moves to really focus in on the muscles on one side of the body. And here's an idea to reach out. Do you have teenage children, sons or daughters that maybe have weights in the basement? That's where I've gone for my heavier weight. Men, my son is no longer a teenager, but his dumbbells are still down there. You know, he's got 30s, 50s, he's got plates, he's got bars, arms up and down. And I love to use them because heavier weight is not going to get you bulky, all right? Let's just swing the arms here, warm up these shoulders. It's just going to help you change faster, get leaner, get stronger. You would have to lift super heavy weight to become a bodybuilder look, and we're not going for that. I would never do that on this channel. So let's start with a deadlift. This is warming up for our first circuit and our first set of unilateral moves. I'm holding this like a bar across my legs. Weight is in my heels. Slight bend in my knees. I drive back. I'm not trying to touch my toes here. I'm just coming down where I feel like I'm in control. Up. Squeeze my glutes. Ready? So take it down and up. Now notice my back is nice and flat. I'm not arching it and I'm not rounding it. I'm only going down to where I feel like I can keep that flat back. I can keep the weight in my heels. I can keep that slight bend in my knees. And I can feel like I'm performing strength work, but I'm not potentially bordering on an injury. Last one here, and up, good. Now because we're using heavier weight, we're going to take 20-second rest here so that we can recover. Now we're going to take that deadlift, we're going to a single leg. So I'm going to stand on my, what would be your right side. My toe is down, my heel is up. We're going to down, up, high row for the shoulder. So it's deadlift down, come on up, pull. Now that's heavy. But because I'm doing one side on the shoulder row, I'm going to get through this with the heavier weight. And it's really, as I did this 3 times with lighter weight. So making change happen. Same cues on this deadlift. Weight is in the heels. Driving those hips back. If you're feeling you're losing control, put the other foot down. You can do this with both feet on the floor. One more. And finish that high row with me. That's your shoulder. Make it pretty. Now, we're going to the other side. One thing, if you are lifting heavier, you'll feel your hands, right? Move them after you've held that weight for the reps that we do, because you want to get the blood flowing to those fingers. Other side, setting it up, standing, heel is up on the side, driving my hips back, slight bend in my knees, waist close to my body, come up, pull. At the top of this move, I just realized I didn't do it, drive the hips forward, squeeze the bum. When you squeeze it, it's like sucking in your tummy when you walk by a mirror, right? You're training it to do what you want it to do. You want it to look nice and strong and firm. And by pulling those hips forward and squeezing that bum, you're creating that look you want. That was Jake. Again. And that's your last one right there. We're going to give you a little rest. Okay, on to the final unilateral deadlift work. And this is a fun one. You're going to stand on your right leg. You're going to cross the other leg over. Hold this weight like a bar. Now you need to make sure to bend your knees, but follow the safety cues and the form of driving those hips back. So it's down, come up, squeeze. Now this is balance work. So find your balance. You need to lighten your weight, lighten it. Driving the hips back, nice and slow. Come on up, same speed. Driving forward and squeeze. Squeeze it. I'm going to move my foot forward just a little more to get a little bit better balance. Don't want you falling. And if this is just too much, then you can go back and do that single-legged deadlift with the heel raised, like we just did. But trying this crossover move, you're really feeling a different area. The sides of the legs, inner thigh are all working here, incorporating that hamstring in the back and the glutes. So it's a really neat way to sculpt your muscles. Put that weight down to rest my hands. And I'm going to cross over, giving myself enough space between my feet that I feel like I'm balanced. There we go. There it is. All right, bending forward. Up and squeeze. The first couple are going to be tough. When we change sides on a balance move, the brain and the body, the stabilizing muscles, have to get used to the move because they were just stabilizing you in a different way on the other side, right? Different muscles or the same muscles working in different ways. There it is. I like this one. I really do. Hands are tight though. I'm getting tired. I am tired there. See that? A little stumble. That's okay. Just come right back to it. All right. You are on your first rest. And we will move on. Grab my 10s for this one. We're going to be working some upper body here. So I'm going to start with 10s. Staggered stance, 1 foot forward, 1 back. That helps me with power. This is our first move where we're warming up the muscles we're going to work. Shoulder press, up and down. Now with the heavier weight, going nice and slow. Same speed up, squeeze, slowly down. And when you lift heavier weight over your head, your neck is going to tighten up. You got to focus on loosening up that neck, and if you can't, then I need you to lighten your weight, all right? It's a balancing act. Find where you can do the work, but not injure yourself. I babble on and on about that kind of thing, because if I was standing there with you and we were doing a training session, or you were in a live class with me, I would see you doing, a tense neck or any other number of things. And we could mention it to the group. I would never call you out, but I'd say, hey, you're tensing up your neck. Let's relax that. So same thing here. All right, I'm going to put my weight down. I'm going into unilateral. I'm grabbing 1, 15. I'm going to pull it from the floor and press with a side leg raise. This is tough. From the floor, pull it up. Press and side leg raise. Take it down. Pull it up and press. Good. And see how you can lift heavier if you're using heavier weights. When you do one side, pull up and press it. And we're going nice and slow, controlling the move. You don't have to do as many reps if you're lifting a heavier dumbbell, because each rep is really tearing into these muscles. And this is getting to the point where I'm not going to be able to do many more. And we're done, thank goodness. And that's where you should be. That's what you should feel. Like, I could maybe do 1 or 2 more. If you say, well, I could do that again from the top, then that means you could go heavier. All right, go on the other side, and this is not my good side. So I happen to be left-handed. This is my left hand. So this one's going to be tough. Ready? From the floor. Grab it, pull it up, and press side raise. Slow it down a little bit. My pace is a little high for what it should be to get through all these reps. If you're just beginning and you're using lightweight or water bottles or soup cans, going this nice slow pace is good for you too. I just want you to learn the moves, practice your form. 1 more here. And not overdo it. Rest it good. All right. I'm going to go to a 10. We're going to take this 10, create a unilateral move, bringing in some bicep. So I'm going to hammer curl, press and lean, and down. When I say hammer, that's because the head of the weight is coming up first. Curl it up, press and lean, Curl it down. Feel that right side of your body really working. Get your core going. Rest in the lower body a little bit here. Your press is getting hard. You should be. Hammer curls, because you're incorporating some forearm in this, they are, quote, easier to do, right? They're not as hard. I'm going to finish this one with the heavy weight as a bicep curl, where you're holding it like this. And the reason is gravity's pulling on all of that right there, right? So you're doing a bicep curl. Gravity's pulling on all of that. Here, what's gravity pulling on? Right there, right? So less pull. That's why we can go heavier with the hammers. Now, we'll go on the other side. Here it is, hammer. Press and lean. Elbows in. Press up as I lean. And I want to bring that elbow back close to my body. What do you think? Tough stuff, right? I do like unilateral work. You know, it's funny. I did live sessions over Zoom during the pandemic and over Facebook Live. We had a rest coming up. And I had women from my live classes, because I was doing live classes at the time, have their husbands come in and work out with them. One of my clients now friends, husband was so sore the next day on the unilateral work, and I kind of like that. All right, I'm going to stay with the 10. She wasn't, but he was. So, all of us get better with time, all right? And when we stop and take the long breaks, weeks, months, it's hard. Suitcase swing, ready? Swing it back, switch hands at the top, switch. Now follow this with your eyes, follow the weight. Rotate from the core. Rotate back, so it's not this, all right? I want you to rotate, get more muscles involved here. Core activity there. All right, this next one is fun. It's a little challenging to get to, you know, the coordination of it, but after a couple, you'll be there. You're gonna go up over your right shoulder, halo. Bring it down. Once it's here, crunch, crush your left knee. We're gonna stay on this side, so right shoulder always. Here we go. Rotate from the hips, bring it around, crunch. Get your left knee. Left knee. Right shoulder, left knee. Pull the abs tight here. Rotate those hips away from the weight. You're gonna get more ab work that way, more core body. The core is what keeps us upright. As we age, we need it to be strong, right? Because we want to be walking when our counterparts are using a walker or even in a wheelchair, which is sad. Because if you do the strength work during your life, and start now, whatever that is, do the strength work, you're going to be stronger for your whole life. And the thing is, you'll probably never stop doing it once it becomes a habit. All right, left shoulder, right knee, okay? So this is going to take adjustment. Twist it. See, I just wanted to go over my right shoulder there. Left shoulder. What would be your right shoulder, because I do mirror image here, of course, which I'm pretty good at after 24 years or so, but every once in a while I will call out the wrong direction. And you'll catch me on that. If it's for a live class, we would laugh about it. Oh, you did it again. And sometimes it's like, happens over and over again in one video. But I try to keep track of which side we're going on. Your left shoulder, your right knee. And rest, good. All right, we are moving on to some tricep work. I wanted to fit this in somewhere. And we're gonna bring this weight up. You're gonna hold the upper arm. This weight comes behind your head and press it up. And quite honestly, this is gonna be super hard for you to get through with this 10 pounds, so I'm gonna try. Weight is up, hold this tight. Behind your head, extend it up. Now the key, if you're using heavy weight, slow and controlled. One arm tricep extension here. If you need to lighten your weight, you lighten it up. That's hard. We're only halfway through. Maybe I should have pulled out my 8s, but I really want to challenge myself with heavy weight on this unilateral work. And I got 10 more seconds about, so that's a couple more reps. I think I might make it. Just see how I'm struggling? I want you to see that, because that's where you should be. Where you're starting to lose your form, you still can keep it kind of in check, but you're done with your reps. You can't do another one. And if you did another one, it'd be horrible form. That last one I did was probably pretty bad. But you want to really watch that. Now remember, hold that upper arm, because that really helps support this move. You're not just touching it, you're holding it behind the head. Extend it up. I want to stagger my stance here. I think that's going to give me a little bit more power. Extend. Press just like the other side, right at 20 seconds. I'm really starting to feel the struggle. Keep focusing on my form, relaxing my neck. Slow pace up, slow pace down. One more in me, maybe. Right here, this is it. And press. Wow. All right, let's rest. That's probably the hardest thing we were going to do all day. All right. Alternating side lunges. They're up next. And options, stay high. Just engage, engage, engage. All right. Otherwise, come with me. I'm going to go a little deeper. I'm going to grab my 15s for this one. So step to your right first. My feet under me. Ready? Over. Drive it up. Watch your form. Weight in the heels. Bend as much as you can without hurting the knee. If you are right here, you're still engaging muscle, all right? You're making it think. It has to hold you in that position. So, you are getting work out of it. And the cool part is, not always, but depending on knee issues, there's the potential to get a better bend. There really is. If you have bone-on-bone arthritis, maybe not, but it's other issues. Strengthening the muscles around it will really help. All right, we have a side lunge to a rear lunge or leg raise. So over, in, rear raise, or over, in, rear lunge. Okay, here we go. Side lunge, right leg back. Lunge or leg raise. Keep going, same side. Now on your lunge, you're over your knee right there, but your shoulders are back on your rear lunge right here. Don't lean forward. You're leaning forward here. You're up right here. And even though you're leaning forward here, you're still thinking weight in the heel, drive the hips back. All right? Driving the hips back. Keep it out of that knee. I'm going to stop. That's it. I chickened out of my last lunges there. Did you see that? Whew. Okay. I don't like rear lunges. I don't like forward lunges. I don't like static lunges. I do them. You do them. We all do them here. They happen to be what I don't like. Maybe you love them. If you do, leave me a comment because I want to know you. Ready? Other side. If you hate them, leave me a comment that you hate them too because I want to know you as well. I want to know I have company. And honestly, I think I have a lot of company in not loving rear lunges. They're hard. And front lunges. And stationary lunges. But we do them because they work. They're actually a very effective lower body strength move. So you will see them on occasion. And that is it. I didn't have to do that back lunge either. Did you see that? Okay. weight down, you're gonna hold one weight. Going back to the side lunge, stepping to your right, holding the weight here. When we come up, on a bicycle crunch with the same knee. We're recruiting those abs again. All right, ready? Step it out. Side lunge. Over. Weight stays close to the chest. Twist. Sitting back. So the weight is different than holding it on either side of your feet, right? It is forward in this move. So even though we are not using as heavy a weight as when we were doing those 15-pound on either side of the leg side lunges, this weight high on the body really adds a long lever, like we were talking with the bicep curls. Think about right there, all the gravity is pulling on that weight and the upper body. And crunch it. Good. All right, ready to go to the other side? Whew. How's your heart rate? Should be up. Unilateral work. We're very isolated in these moves, but we're asking these muscles to perform in a way with a heavier weight than we might normally. So you will feel a higher heart rate. That's pretty normal with strength work when you increase your weight. So there's another reason to try some heavier weight. You gotta burn more fat. But your heart rate's gonna be higher doing the work because it's hard. I should add that there because if you're beginning and you're using water bottles right now and you got Rhoda, this is hard. And I hear you. It is hard. I should really qualify that. When you begin, and I began once too, everybody who's doing this video right now began once too. When we begin, it's super hard. You can even do this without weights and it would be super hard because it's not something you've done before or something you've done recently, right? And you need to ease back into it. So don't be discouraged, I guess is what I want to tell you. You're here now, you're trying, and that's all I can ask for. So you're doing something good for yourself. All right, I'm gonna grab a heavy weight. We've got a back row where we're gonna switch. So we're gonna row, switch, row. All right, back is flat like the deadlift. Pull back to the waist, put it down other side. Pull, pull. Think about the elbow leading and heading towards your ceiling here. Now, this is a deadlift position. The weight is in my heels. My back is flat. My hips are back. And my knees are slightly bent. I know that is quite a checklist for you. But all of those things should be happening while you do this so that you stay safe. My weight is squeaking. There we go. Okay, got a new move. You've never seen this before. We're going to do a chest move, standing. Weight is out. We're going to squat wide, come up, feel the chest work. Take the squat out if you need to, okay? No squat. Otherwise, come with me. We're going to put the hand up. Squat, squeeze that chest. Squat, squeeze. Feel it? Shoulders working, arm is working, but we are targeting the chest. This is your part of your breast lift right here. Non-surgical. You don't need that. You can tone them up with strength work. Cool, right? Doing the squat, make sure you're sitting back in it. All right? Otherwise, same pace as us. Not squatting. Good. Whew. Shake out your hand. Felt that. Other side. We're almost done. You happy about that? I'm happy about that. I love finishing a workout. I don't love starting them necessarily. People are like, oh, you know, you're born this way. No. No. Ready? Here we go. I was not born this way. And I have trouble starting too. I don't necessarily want to work out on any given day, but I do it anyway because I know I want the other things. I want good health. I want to live a nice, long, healthy life. I don't want to be, impaired if I can avoid it. I don't want to fall and cause the end of my life to be difficult. I want to do everything I can to stay strong and healthy. So that gets me started often. It's not like that happens once a year, okay? It's frequent. And I feel like, oh, I don't really want to do this today. Maybe you feel that too. So just remember that I feel that too, but we do it anyway, and we're here on this channel almost every day. Come back and see me again. All right, you're gonna pull and press. Love this move. Pull, twist, and press. Twist back down. Now hold your abs tight. The back, shoulder, arm, core, even some chest as we hold that weight up over our head. That muscle you just worked right here, you should feel it engage. Ladies, we have an incredible rainstorm going on right now. You might hear that, and I apologize. Just picked up big time. Unfortunately, it's not snow, which it was this time of year. Because I love to ski. And I love the snow. I'm not a all warm weather person. I'm just not. I like the change of seasons and I love the snow. And that rain is coming down like crazy. If that were snow, it'd be awesome. All right, ready? Other side. That was a total aside. I know. Press it. There, settling down a little bit. Good. You want to spend the next few minutes of this workout doing your stretch with a bunch of noise in the background. Almost there. There it is. Going to the end. I think that's it. Right there. Ladies, whether you are a beginner, and this was your first workout in forever or a very long time, or you've been working out with me or yourself or someone else or at your gym, thank you for being here. You did a great job. Wherever you're at, know that you get better and better and stronger and stronger. And I say that to my advanced, just like I say it to my beginners. Don't get complacent, all right? If you find this stuff gets easy, you gotta increase your resistance. You can't really change these moves that much, right? These are strength moves, but you can change how hard it is to do. And that's what, always finding ways to challenge yourself is all about. My shoulders are really stiff. We'll do a couple shoulder rolls here in this stretch. Let's do one right now. Let's go the other direction. How do you feel? Boy, I hope you feel great and accomplished. One arm across. Often I've had clients say to me, I didn't do real well in that. Did you finish? Did you finish it? Whatever got you to the finish line, and you're with me here right now, whether you feel it was awesome or it really wasn't that great, trust me, it was great. It really was. You are great. Pat yourself on the back because you're great. Grab an elbow. Let's stretch out those very difficult tricep extensions. And let's go to the other side. And palms up, thumbs back. Drop your shoulders here, targeting those muscles in the chest that we worked. Keep your neck relaxed. Thumbs press back. Press them back. You're going to feel the bicep. Straighten the arm. Feel that bicep stretch a little bit. That is the hardest muscle, in my opinion, to stretch in the whole body, just because of where it's located and how the joint works. It's difficult. Let's round your shoulders again. Get that blood flowing to them. Start going after the lower body here. Let's do a side lunge as deep as you can. Feel the stretch. Then you're going to reach across your body. You want to get some rotation out of the midsection as low as you can go. And maybe you can put your hand on your mat. I'm not one of those people. I've still got my head above my heart here. My head touched to my neck, to my spine. It's all in one line. I'm not looking down at my toes. I'm looking maybe, 2 feet in front of the toe. Let's come on up. Let's go to the other side. Get your lunge going first. When you're ready, reach across, down if you can. impress me with your flexibility. I'm always impressed by really flexible people because I am not one of them. I'm like, wow, how does a body do that? And come on up, let's bring the heels in, push your knees out here. Stretch out those wide squats. And come up, bring the toe up. There was a time when I could do the splits on one side. I mean, and I'm talking, I'm 60. This is like 45, 50 years ago. But that's all I could do. I could never get it on the other side because it just wasn't flexible no matter how hard I worked. Good. All right, hands on your knees. I'm gonna round the back, round across the shoulder blades. So I'm rounding my back now for the first time in this whole workout because we've been talking flat back, right? But I'm rounding across my shoulder blades. I'm pulling my hips towards my chin. I'm looking between my feet. I'm going to take a deep breath and exhale, and we go the complete opposite direction here. Bringing my head up out of my neck up out of my shoulders. And then come flat back, bring it on up. We're going to go to a wide stance. Go where you're comfortable with this. We're bringing our head below our heart now for the first time in this stretch. Because the heart rate should be at your normal range, and this is a nice deep stretch for the back of your leg, wherever you happen to be in this position. And I'm going to reach across to one foot. You'll feel that side really engage. And we'll go middle, other side, back to the middle. If you can, grab your elbows and drop your head. This is creating traction in your spine and neck. Gravity is pulling on your head. And my legs are shaking a little bit, but that's all right. All right. I'm going to bring this up to tabletop. Take a breath. And then roll it all the way up. Let's bring the neck to one, or the ear to one side, sorry, as we stretch our neck. You can take the arm and wrap it if that feels good. When you lift heavier, and when you do unilateral work, the neck tries to help, more so than usual. So let's stretch it out. Other side. How'd you do? I hope you did great. I hope you feel that. And if you feel like you didn't, let me tell you you did. You did great. Leave me comments, please. I answer my comments. Deep breath in. Exhale. If you haven't subscribed, I invite you to subscribe and join us. One more deep breath. Exhale. I really try to give you a variety of workouts where you're going to protect your joints, you're going to train your heart and cardio conditioning, and you're going to build new muscle and increase your metabolism. So that's what's going on Fab and Fit Over 40. So please subscribe and join us, and I will see you next time.